This is a short video on the Banks iDash gauge and the Banks pedal monster. The pedal monster will eliminate the lag in your throttle. It's a super product. It has fail-safes built into it, so you won't end up with a dead pedal like the Pedal Commander and the Speed Boost and the others can ultimately leave you with. The Banks pedal monster will not give you a dead pedal. It will revert back to the stock programming rather than leave you with no ability to accelerate. The iDash gauge is really nice. They make two versions, the one that will record data, and they make this one that will only record data of your minimum reading and your maximum reading. The one that records data will record data as you drive along in real time. So they're two different gauges. The data one costs about $100 more or so. This one here is really nice. It gives you a lot of parameters you can monitor. This is my page one. You can do up to 5 pages. I have this set for only 3. This one here is monitoring, start from the top left, going left to right and down to all 8 gauges. This is an 8 gauge selection on this one, which is the maximum. Have engine coolant temperature, cylinder air density on the right upper, manifold the mass airflow, which Toyota reads in pounds per minute. They don't read it in cubic feet per minute like other manufacturers. To the right of that is your manifold air temperature. Drop down to the third line, that's your air fuel ratio, and as you can see, Toyota did an excellent job programming the ECU for the program. It stays right around that 14.7 for the most part. And you can see when the AC kicked on and off there, it fluctuates. To the right of that is your ambient air density. Right now the ambient air density is 65.6. Below that I just programmed in horsepower ECU and torque ECU. And what those are, they're scientific equations. So they are accurate. They are not rear wheel horsepower, but that is what the ECU, given all its parameters, says that your engine is making at this time at the flywheel. And as you rev it, you'll see some of these parameters move. Now if you want to go to another page, all you have to do on the Banks iDash unit is press the left arrow and hold it. Then you're going to see a little box pop up, page switch to page 2, and now it's on page 2. This is a page that is monitoring the pedal monster. And if you look on the left side, the black bar, that's how far I've pressed the pedal. On the right, the red bar, that's how much Banks pedal monster is applying a signal to the throttle body. So that eliminates all your throttle lag. It really improves the drivability and eliminates the throttle lag. Super product, the pedal monster. I highly recommend it. Let's go to page 3. I'm going to show you how to change that. This one here I just brought up. I'm not worried about the parameters. I'm going to show you how to change a page now. And what you do is push the right arrow, and we don't want gauge selection, we want gauge layout. So we're going to go over and push the up arrow to go to gauge layout, push the right arrow again, and what we want is we want to go down and select. So you can select just a pedal monster, which I have on page 2. This time we're going to select pedal monster combo, and that's going to give us 3 gauges as well. So let's select that, and now your pedal monster is on the left side of the gauge, and you have 3 parameters that I'd already programmed on the right side because I had this gauge up. I removed it just to show you how to change it. So now again you can see the pedal monster. This time it's a white bar for your throttle because of the color of the gauge, and the Banks pedal monster is the red. You can see how much it's activating the butterfly in the throttle body, and again it completely eliminates all throttle lag. Super great product, built-in fail-safes. If you put it in reverse, it knows you're in reverse, so it reverts to stock programming, so you don't have an overly sensitive throttle and end up accidentally running a trailer, the tongue of a trailer, through your tailgate because it just gave too much throttle like a Pedal Commander or a Speed Boost will do. They do not revert back to stock programming when you're in reverse. So that's a super feature for the pedal commander. On this gauge on the right side, I selected air fuel ratio, manifold air temperature, and engine coolant temperature. But that's how easy it is to work this gauge. These are just some of the parameters that you can monitor. It's a really nice gauge. I highly recommend it. It is easy to install. Now in the Toyota Tacoma, this is pretty much the only place you're going to be able to install it because of the surfaces with the Banks suction cup mount. You could install it onto the windshield, and I'll show you why I didn't. I have a sunscreen for when I'm parked, and it would go on the left side over there. There's no room for it, so that eliminates me from being able to put it up in that corner of the windshield where it's at eye level. Now the good thing is these things are parameters that you don't have to constantly monitor, things that you can just look at a glance. Now the pedal monster, I'm going to quickly go through this. You adjust the sensitivity, because this is a pedal monster, one of the pedal monster gauges, by pushing the down arrow or the up arrow. I use 6 for sensitivity in city. Now you can also revert back to stock. Right now it's at stock level, so everything is the same. See, there's no pedal monster input. Now I'm in city. If I keep going, I have 10 sensitivity levels. Now I'm in sport. It has 10 sensitivity levels. Now I'm in track. It has 10. So I'm going to go up to 5 on it, and you'll see the difference in how much more throttle it gives. See that? Versus what I'm actually inputting versus what it's actually doing. And then to move out of those, you just keep pushing the button till you get back to the one you want. There I'm at 9, 8, 7, and there I'm at 6 again. I find that one works real well for just everyday driving, sensitivity of 6 in a 2.7 liter Tacoma. I hope this information is useful. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're thinking about a throttle booster for your vehicle, I highly recommend the Banks, because it's the only one with built-in fail-safes. The others do not have any fail-safes at all built in. So this one will not give you a dead pedal. It's easy to install, and it runs off 12 volts instead of using the 5 volts that the drive-by-wire system uses. And that's the reason that you get dead pedals with these other brands, because they'll exceed that 5 volts. The system recognizes it, and that's what throws it into a default mode and gives you a dead pedal, because it knows that something went wrong. You were pulling more than 5 volts. So Banks Pedal Monster and Banks iDash Super Gauge, 2 awesome products that will really improve the ability to monitor information and the drivability of your Toyota Tacoma. Thank you for watching.